All right, we are back. We're back. If we can get a mic check from the internet, we'd appreciate it. Alrighty. Players are warming up. They'll be starting here in just a few minutes, so stay with us.
And we do have an exciting match for you. Frankie Hernandez from New York City versus Oscar Bonilla from New York. He does play here. He's one of the local favorites at Raxx. This should be a good match. We'll be right back.
All right, our players are warming up, and we'll be starting back here in just a few seconds, so stay with us.
And we are coming to you live. This is the Seminole Pro 10-Ball Empire State Championship at Raxx Pool Room Bar and Grill, located in Hempstead, New York, on Long Island. This is a race to 7. This is a one-loss match coming up. If anyone out there is in the local area of Raxx Pool Room, come on by. There's a lot of talent here. Hall of Famer Mike Siegel is in the house, along with many other pro players here, and Open and A players. This is an exciting tournament. Come on by. Raxx Pool Room is a great host, owned by Holden Chin. And it'll be a pleasure to see everybody. Come on by and say hi to Big Truck, who's bringing this stream live to you from ProActionTV.com.
All right, we'll be getting rolling here in just a few minutes. Players are warming up, so stay tuned.
The 2010 Seminole Pro Tour is brought to you by the Seminole Tribe of Florida and Seminole Media Productions, Delta 13, the True Triangle, and official rack of the Seminole Pro Tour.
All right, we are back, and this is going to be a one-loss side match here. Frankie Hernandez and Oscar Bonilla. Players have already warmed up, and they'll be lagging for the break here in just a few minutes. right, let's get a sound check here once again, and Oscar Bonilla and Frankie Hernandez will be leading us off.
Frankie Hernandez, one of the top 3 players in the New York City area, playing here a one-loss match against Oscar Bonilla. Oscar Bonilla wins the lag. This is a rack your own tournament.
All right, Oscar Bonilla has won the lag and will be leading us off.
Mike DeShane is the one who put Oscar on the one-loss side. I'm not sure who put Frankie on the one-loss side. We will get that update for you shortly.
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, this is Ray Hansen, also known as Big Truck, and I'm joined in the booth right now by Upstate Al, Alan Leon.
Hey, Ray. Pleasure to meet you, Ray. You know, I've been with you a couple of weeks now, and it's really, Ray is one of the stand-up guys here. Does a lot for pool, runs around the country. Any of you out there that has followed the Big Truck Show know that he just got back from California. It's a lot of driving.
Yeah, we've been putting some miles on, that's for sure. Thanks, Al. Appreciate that. Also, first time for us meeting in person on this trip. We've known each other for quite some time through the internet, and it's been a pleasure. Al is an awesome guy, both in person and on the internet.
Oscar Bonilla snaps the break and makes the 2-ball on the break. This is call every ball. If he's going to bank this or play safe, he has to let Frankie Hernandez know. You'll see him motion to Frankie.
Shot.
I think he came back a little too far. I think he wanted to stay up table a little bit more. He's electing to play the bank. He let Frankie Hernandez know he's playing it cross side. And he comes up long. Keep your eye on Frankie. Frankie's a fast player. Let me tell you, I've known Frankie for many years. Frankie still has some work here with that 9-10 time tied up there on the long rail. He's eyeballing it now. These players do play 2 and 3 balls ahead of the ball they're actually shooting. Frankie elects to go for the breakup. Wow, very unfortunate. I look for him to feather this 9-ball, just leaving it on the rail. He's got to watch, because Oscar can actually kick this 9-10. It looks like the 9-10 is on. Oscar might elect to kick this. Oscar's a great player, plays in many tournaments. It looks like the 10-ball might be on. Oscar calls safe here. He's probably just going to hit the 9 and bring the cue ball back up table again, leaving the 9 on the short rail at the lower part of your monitor.
Tough situation here.
He might change his mind. He's eyeballing and weighing out his options here.
He's looking at the cross bank in the side. He's looking at the cross bank in the corner.
I think what he wants to do is figure out with the speed that he has to get that 9-ball towards the lower rail. How far that, because he doesn't have very much room to play with here. That cue ball is going to be running. He's trying to get the cue ball to go around 4 rails back behind the 10 ball. He's got to watch his speed because he can leave an open shot here. Watch the kiss. Okay, Frankie Hernandez back up at the table. Not looking at much. He calls the 9 cross side. Pockets the 9. Got to look for shape now. Kind of close to his work. Wow. What a very unfortunate roll he got there. Hit that 9-ball great. But I've watched Frankie over the years play safe, and I'll tell you, just with 2 balls like you're on the table here, 1 white ball, the cue ball, and the 10 ball, he plays pretty good safe just with 2 balls. Gonna try to leave Oscar. Sound like he got a double kiss back off the rail. Not bad. Oscar has a tester. He called the 10 ball in the lower right-hand corner of your monitor. One thing Oscar does have over Frankie in this match is Oscar does shoot here on a regular basis at Raxx. Sean Wilkie is playing Xeon Z.
Nice shot.
Wow, Oscar hit the point of the side pocket. I thought that was going in. Oscar Bonilla drawing first blood here. A score of 1-0 over Frankie Hernandez. Oscar Bonilla set to break here in the second game. It is a race to 7.
Oscar leading 1-0.
Made the 9 ball in the side pocket and the 1 ball in the side pocket. And from here it looks like he does have a shot on the 2. It is a tester. Okay, he's going to probably come out 3 rails unless he's going to take the long shot on a 4. He elects to come out 3 rails. Nice shot. doesn't want to get too far up table. He wanted the angle on the 5. Played a 6 up in the corner.
Well, Alice looks like connect the dots from here.
Yeah, it does look like a road map, but he's still got to get out. He got a little funny here. He's got a little funny angle. He's just got to draw it back to the rail for the 7 in the opposite corner.
Nice shot.
Yeah, Oscar's taking no prisoners here. I'll tell you, you can't let Frankie have any air. Frankie Hernandez is capable of running a 7-pack on you if his break is working. So you got to keep Frankie in his chair.
Nice shot. Oscar Bonilla 2-0 now over Frankie Hernandez. We'll be right back, folks.
Table 16, Dustin Morris, 16.
Oscar Bonilla 2-0 over Frankie Hernandez.
Take a good look at his glove. A lot of people are joking that he cut the bottom of his shirt and made a glove out of it because it perfectly matches. All right, Oscar comes up trying to break. Frankie not liking it, coming back to the table, not seeing the 1 ball. Frankie pushing out to a safe. Possible jump shot. Oscar just looks over and glances and says, Frank, you can have it. Frankie pulls out the jump cue. No problem. Pockets the ball. Now, this is one of those options that Oscar has to make Frankie shoot again.
Yeah, I think he's looking at that.
Ball shot. And does elect to give that back to Frankie. A little unfortunate there. Frankie did hit the 2 ball, but scratched in the corner pocket.
Everything's pretty much in the open here as well.
Well, Frankie got an unfortunate roll there, scratching in the corner pocket, allowing Oscar to get back to the table. And Oscar was smart there with that rule that they have of giving the option to the incoming player if a luck shot is made or they miss a shot and leave the incoming player safe. Oscar taking advantage of that ruling, and it worked out to his favor here. Oscar Bonilla is looking pretty solid here.
Yeah, nice shot.
Yeah. Just moving that white cue ball over just a few inches just to get enough angle on the 6.
He got a little funny angle, but
he's got to make sure he spins out and leaves himself a shot above that 8 ball. That's what he's got to make sure. And wow, from here it's close. It's a close call from where I'm sitting. Oscar Bonilla, I guess he can make it. Or just spin. No, wasn't enough. Brings Frankie back to the table, very unhappy because Frankie looking at it again at no shot or a very difficult shot. Play safe. Oscar's got to kick it to 7. A lot of funny things can happen here with that 7 ball. You get behind that 7 ball. Oscar's calling the 7 ball in the corner. Smart move. Frankie Hernandez calls safety. Going to put the cue ball behind the 9. Try to, and bring the 7 down to the lower rail. Oscar Bonilla is calling the 7 ball in the bottom right-hand corner of your viewing monitor. And does make it. Bumps into the 9 now. The 9 gets right in the way. I think we're going to see Oscar go to the jump cue here. It's not, it looks like it's a pretty easy jump, but as far as pocketing that 8 ball in the side pocket, he's going to have to call a pocket or call safe.
now I'm thinking he calls in the side pocket. Tough shot, though.
Now, if he calls the side pocket and misses, and the cue ball winds up behind the 10 safe, does Frankie have the option to make him shoot again since he missed the ball that he called? I believe so.
Frankie and Oscar to the corner. Frankie and Oscar.
Well, I didn't see him call.
Oscar went for the jump, but went right into the 9 ball. The cue ball never left the table. Okay, Frankie has ball in hand. Well, I can tell you one thing, Ray. This is going to be a 2-1 ball game here. Frankie Hernandez making it more difficult than what I thought. Frankie Hernandez on the board now with a score of 2-1. Oscar Bonilla in the lead here. We have a match going. Okay, we're back. Frankie Hernandez racking the ball in rack number 4. Now, folks, we do have the table mic on, so listen to this crash. Frankie has a really hard break between him and Boosty. I'll tell you, it's pretty even. So listen to this crash.
There we go. Well, we say that, and it sounded like he took a little off of it, Al.
Wow. Sounded pretty loud to me. Maybe my earphones are turned up just a little bit more on my end. But I'm so used to that. I used to watch Frankie in action, and I'd get a headache by the time the game was over. Oscar coming to the table with an open shot on the 1 ball. You know, he got himself in a little problem here. He's right on the rail. So he's going to either have to slow roll this. Yeah, he slow rolled it. And that's what cost him the miss. He was on top of the rail. Frankie jumps out of the seat. Wants to tie this match up. Got a little roll there. Still capable of making the 3. He wanted to come above it and shoot in the other corner, but he wound up nudging it. Frankie looking, you know, like I said, he's playing 2 balls ahead. Looking for the angle. Looks like he might elect to play this 5 up in the corner. Wow. Nudged the 9 out of the way to play the 5 in the same side pocket.
Frankie just seems really relaxed at the table today.
Oh, he just likes steamrolling over his opponents at any given opportunity. Frankie's a fast player. When his break is on and things are working, you could be sitting for quite a while. I think I know Frankie since he's about 14 or 15 years old. Watched him through the years, become a professional player. Frankie Hernandez now tying this game up at 2 apiece.
Mike Wong and Bill Dunsmore, table number 4. Mike Wong and Bill Dunsmore, table number 4.
Once again, folks, this is the Seminole Pro 10-Ball Empire State Championships at Raxx Pool Room Bar and Grill in Hempstead, Long Island, New York. This is a race to 7. You are watching a match between Frankie Hernandez and Oscar Bonilla, 2 of New York's players. We do have plenty of players in the room. If you are out there and would like to see some really great pool action, come on by and stop by Raxx Pool Room. This is a tournament that the tournament players themselves took a vote, and they voted on breaking from the box. Frankie pocketing the 4 ball. He's got a tester here. He's like shooting over the 7 ball here. But if he can make this, he can get good pull on the 2 ball on the opposite side, but it's going to take a little work. Making the 1 ball. And now turns to Oscar and calls safe. Oscar looking to see if he can thread the needle between the 5-10. But I think he has to kick. And he calls safe. Oh, he can see a piece of it. Okay, good shot. Turn Frankie calls safe. They have to make sure that their opponent acknowledges them calling their safe or the shot. Oh, Frankie saw the ball, changed his mind, looked back at Oscar. Actually made the 2 ball, but ran into the 8. Elects to play safe behind the pack. Oscar calls safe. Trying to put Frankie behind the 6, but the 10 will work if he's got him. Frankie plays safe. He's got Oscar stuck behind the 5 ball. It looks like it's either go to the air or go to the rail. Oscar's going back to his case and pulling out his jump cue. Again, there is no limit on jumps in this tournament. They can jump as many times as they want. This time Oscar does get over it. The last time he tried a jump shot, he just went straight into the ball that was in front of it. This time he did make the jump shot. Frankie's got to be careful. He just draw back a little bit and play the 5 in the opposite corner. Wow. I don't know what happened, man. Maybe a miscue, or he was trying to bounce back off to play it down the other side. Playing safe again, looking to stick Oscar behind the 7. I think he gave him a window. This is a score of 2-2 between Frankie Hernandez and Oscar Bonilla. We are coming to you live from Raxx Pool Room Bar and Grill in Hempstead, Long Island, New York. Wow. What a lucky break there. Frankie to get back to the table. Unfortunate for Oscar, putting the point on the side pocket. Frankie, like I had just said before, flew out of his seat. He couldn't believe it. And he makes this look easy. He just runs around the table. Frankie keeps his momentum going. It's all part of his game.
He doesn't waste any time, does he, Al?
No, he goes through you like a buzzsaw. Frankie Hernandez now taking the lead in this match by a score of 3-2 over Oscar Bonilla. We'll be right back, folks. Okay, 3-2 in favor of Frankie. Cue ball just flew into the side pocket, if I'm not mistaken, from the monitor. Oscar coming to the table with the ball in hand.
Ray Romowski and Rafael Ferreira, table number 24. Ray Romowski and Rafael Ferreira, table number 24.
You know, the one to the 2 ball is looks like to me it's just Oscar's main concern. After that, there is actually no 2 ball on the rail. They're wide open.
Table 28, Tony Roll, 28.
In 2009, Dennis Hatch took this tournament down to have a banner put up above the table, 24. In 2008, it was Mark Spain Vidal. Mark Vidal, no longer residing in New York City, is now in the Seattle area. I've spoken to him earlier this afternoon, and he's really loving it up there.
Mark's super nice guy. I got to meet him last week over at the New York City Championships.
Oscar just mapping out his point of attack here.
Table 29, back roll, Rocky Cowboy, 29.
And instead of playing the option of going between the 7-9 or coming down to the short rail, he played right to the center of the table, leaving no room forever and leaving himself a shot on the next ball. Drawing back off the 7, creating a nice angle to get back down table where his hand is right now for the 9. And Oscar's shooting with no fear gear on. I'll tell you, he's got the no fear gear on, and he's about to tie this match up and knot it up at 3 apiece. Whoa, he jarred the pocket. Wow, Frankie grew wings and just flew out of the seat. He couldn't believe it. Oscar himself is sitting down. Wow, he can't believe he missed that shot.
I can't believe it either.
Wow. Played the table so right. Frankie jumps out now.
4-2. We'll get that scoreboard updated.
Hope everybody out there in the chat room is enjoying the tournament coming from Raxx Pool Room in Hempstead, Long Island, as much as we are. This is a big event. It was a 64-man field, full, with people waiting in the wings, but they couldn't get in because nobody canceled. Frankie crashing the pack. And coming up dry again. Wow, what is he going to do to make a ball here? Maybe slow it down a little.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe Frankie's got him playing a little faster than he normally does. I don't know.
Oscar's going to play safer. Probably try to put the cue ball behind the 2. Oh, he's calling the 1 ball. The 4 ball is making that corner pocket large. So he's calling the 1 ball right next to the 4 at the bottom right-hand corner of your monitor. Just feathered the 4 ball and pocketed the 1.
This is our first one-loss side match on the stream table today. And we will find out shortly what our next match will be. Shot came out nice, pretty risky. Bumping into that 7 ball. Oscar will be able just to play a stop shot on the 3 ball. Not sure why Oscar decided to punch that cue ball out like he did, but he's got himself jammed up here behind the 5 ball.
Well, the person that put Frankie on the 1-loss side, I just went over to the board to find out who did it, and don't take my pronunciation. It sounded like Basito Scoop Chachi. If anybody knows, I mean, it's new to me.
Huh.
I asked one of the tournament directors, and I said, how do you pronounce this gentleman's name? And they said, your guess is as good as mine. First time I heard about it.
And what about Frankie?
That is the person that put Frankie on the 1-loss side.
Okay. I thought you were saying put Oscar on the 1-loss side.
The person that put Oscar on the 1-loss side was Mike DeShane.
If you're just tuning in, this is Ray Hansen, also known as Big Truck, and I'm joining the booth right now by Alan Leon, Upstate Al.
Hello, everybody out there in Streamland.
We're coming to you live from Raxx Pool Room Bar and Grill out in West Hempstead, New York, out here on Long Island. We are having a great time.
This is the Seminole Pro 10-Ball Empire State Championships that we are watching right now.
Brought to you by the Seminole Pro Tour.
Oscar Bonilla answering back. Now bringing this match within 1 for a score of 4-3. Frankie Hernandez leading. Okay, Oscar racking for himself there. This is a rack your own tournament. The players voted on that. And Oscar scratches in the side pocket, making the 7 ball also. For those of you that have been following Frankie Hernandez through the years, he's been playing in the U.S. Open for numerous years and around the country. Looks like it appears from here he has a shot down at the corner there. He might have to play the speed though, and the 4 ball's on the opposite side. So I think the right shot here would be to play safe behind the 8 ball. There's really no sense in making the 3 ball if you can't get shape. Frankie did call safe there. Oscar looking at a 2-rail kick. Hits it nice and clean. Good shot, leaving the short rail to short rail. How's the speed? Perfect. Like Oscar's trying to bring the cue ball to the left side of the table to try to duck him. He bumped into the 5, worked out okay. We might see Frankie go to the air here. But again, he has to call a pocket or safe. If he elects to jump, he doesn't call a pocket and pockets the ball, and the cue ball winds up safe with no shot on the 4, Oscar can make him shoot again. So he has to call safe or call a pocket. And if he is playing like the jump shot to that 9-ball carom. He can only call 1 ball. He can't call the 3 and the 9. So he's got a decision to make here. Oscar comes back to the table with no shot, looks over at Frankie, and he says, I'm playing safe. I think he's just going to lay the cue ball right where it's at, behind the 5. Okay, just slow rolled it. Leaving Frankie a shot on the 3. Frankie's got an easy safe here. I don't think he can pot. No, he can't pot. I'm looking forward to seeing Frankie play this safe here. That's all. Little safes like that can
Pretty good one, too, Al.
make you come out on top, you know. I think what Frankie did was cut Oscar's angle down from playing short out of the 2 rails up top. You might have to play this long. I can't tell from here. Looking to trap the 5 ball up with the other pack on the side. That's what Oscar's looking to do.
Ooh.
Cause some havoc over there.
Looks like he got there, but the 5 ball is an easy safe now. He knocked the 5 out of there and put the cue ball in behind the 6 and 8.
Right. Or does it, would it go off the 9 into the side pocket if he got on the other side of it? I think that's what he's looking at now.
That's possible.
He's got a decision to make here. Can't afford to make any mistakes here. He is playing Oscar Bonilla, who is very capable of running out. Wow, just the opening gate is right on top of the 3 ball. Frankie looking to come back to the middle of the table, favoring the side with the 9 and playing the safe off the 5 ball.
He's come up
He
short
didn't get the angle he wanted. But I think he did say safe. Yes, he did. He told Oscar safe.
Well, it's not going to work. He's going to find himself stuck right there on the 8 ball.
Oscar calls safe. But he has to stick the cue ball right there. He's got to be careful. You know, the direction of that 5 ball, he's got to watch that speed. If he hits that 5 ball too full, he might bring that 5 ball back in firing range. Oh, he's electing to go off the short rail. Okay. So then he's probably going to wind up on the 8. He's going to hit it very slow. Leaked out.
Wearing mad, though.
Table 17, Victor Now and Zion. 17, Victor Now and Zion. 17, Phil Davis, 22, Troy Walton, 22.
Frankie's faced with a very difficult safe there. You know, he's got to get between the 5-9 to play it that way.
If he touches the 9, he's gonna scratch on the side.
Yeah, he might elect just to slow roll this up and just try to pin the 5 and the cue ball against the rail. Frankie calls safe. He might just roll straight up on it, trying to lock it up. That's what he does. He rolls straight up on it, trying to lock it up. But he left Oscar, from my point of view, a fairly easy safe if Oscar can get behind this 8 ball, just feathering this 5. Oscar's calling safe, trying to get behind the 9 here. Just feathering the 5. Frankie's off his feet, standing up out of his chair, eyeballing the shot. And you can't blame him. Everything's in such a tight vicinity here. Oscar does make a good hit. I have a feeling we're just going to see a safety exchange here. I'm looking at Frankie going off the top short rail. Unless he can see it, he might be able to spin off the long rail, but he's got to make sure that 5 gets back to the cushion after making contact. And the spin that's going to be on that cue ball, he's got to watch. He's got to be careful here. Oh, no hit, and he busted the 5-6 up. Oscar Bonilla coming to the table with the ball in hand here. Coming out on top of that safety match going on.
Oscar Bonilla tying it up 4 apiece. This is a race to 7 all the way until the final 16, and then we'll be down to 8 players. We'll be down to race to 8 at the final 16. The final match will be 1 race to 9.
Okay, Ray, did you fill the folks in on the match that we'll have up next?
I have not, but give us to us, Al.
Okay, next match on the stream table will be Mike Siegel himself versus Sean Wilkie on the winner's side. That is a winner's side match. That is the next one up.
Mike Siegel and Sean Wilkie. Well, that's going to be a good match.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to that one. Oscar Bonilla tying this match up at 4-4. Changes his glove, by the way. He did have a burgundy one on it. Matched his shirt. Changed it to black. I guess everybody was giving him heat. I don't know if you guys noticed that where Frankie pointed his cue stick at that time. Well, that cue ball landed right where he pointed. Pretty sporty shape and speed. Uh-oh. The speed on that shot left him safe.
Yeah, he knew it right when it came off that rail.
Does make a good hit and does pocket it. Now, Oscar Bonilla comes to the table with vision on the 5, but he can elect to give Frankie this shot back if he doesn't like it. Because it was a lucked-in 4-ball. Oscar elects to take the shot. Looking to bring the cue ball back up. Oh, leave the cue. Well, I didn't know what Oscar was trying there.
He may have wired up the 5-6 here. That's what Frankie's looking at in the side pocket.
That's what he's looking at. He played it. Okay, Frankie Hernandez now in the lead by a score of 5-4 over Oscar Bonilla. We are coming to you live from Raxx Pool Room, Bar and Grill in Hempstead, New York, on Long Island. This is the Seminole Pro 10-ball Empire State Championship. I am Upstate Al, Alan Leon. I'm sitting alongside the man himself, a gentleman, Ray Hansen, Big Truck.
How you doing, Al?
I'm doing all right. How you doing? Since you're in New York and Brooklyn, how you doing? You're picking that accent up.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Having a lot of fun down here in New York. Looking forward to having Ray come back to New York. I believe it's in October.
And we're supposed to be up here at the end of September, 1st of October again.
Frankie not turning down the speed at all. Making the 8-ball this time. But winds up with a 1-5 down here at the lower part of your monitor. Frankie glances over at Oscar and says that he's playing safety. What Frankie's looking at is to bump the 1 into the 5 and just bring the cue ball up there by the 4-9. Using some inside English here and speed. He bumps the 5, he's got, and he does manage to get the cue ball way up top of the other side of the table for a safety behind the 4. I think we're going to see Oscar go to the air again. I don't know if Oscar called safety. I would imagine so. Well, it doesn't matter at this point. He did scratch. Bringing Frankie back to the table with ball in hand. You know, playing guys at this caliber, I mean, you know, one error can cost you the set. You know, it's they're both capable of running out when they're right. You know, I've been watching Frankie for a long time, and I'll tell you, he makes it look so easy sometimes. You know, he once he gets in line, it's pitter-pat, stop shot. You know, when you think he's got the worst of it, and the shot looks, I mean, that difficult, he just makes it look easy. And there's that orange crush. Frankie missing that 5-ball into the corner pocket. Wow.
You know, Al, I'm starting to think there's something to that.
Yeah, well, he was firing that right down at the commentator's booth there, and I could see it just going towards the long rail. Oscar Bonilla happy about getting back to that table. He thought the game was over there, the way Frankie was maneuvering. But unfortunately, came up missing that 5 ball. Oscar Bonilla
Ties it up, 5 apiece.
Very unfortunate Frankie missed that 5 ball for Frankie. I'll tell you, he was on his way to winning another game in that set. And I can see it from my point of view here that 5 ball was going towards the long rail. I don't know if it had something to do with the speed or it was just the way Frank shot it. But he's sick over it. The table in the foreground is Jeremy Saucy playing Tony Robles.
I can't see those beads from here, Al. Can you tell what the score is?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I can't either.
Not. That's that 3 ball. Oscar coming up dry. You know, we've seen a lot of players come up dry on this table here. Nobody found a sweet spot yet. Unlike the last tournament we were at, somebody found a sweet spot on the table, and everybody was taking advantage of it.
Right. They were dropping 2-3 balls almost every break.
Right. Okay, Frankie didn't make the 1 ball. So Oscar now has a choice to let Frankie shoot again or take the shot himself.
I don't see any shot here, Al, except for the jump shot over the 7. He's giving it back.
He's giving it back, and Frankie reaching for his jumper right away. Surprised that Oscar even gave it back to him. Got to get position on the 2. He's got to try to roll out and not get trapped up behind the 4-5 or any of the balls that are in traffic there. No. Oh, man. Made a beautiful shot. Made the 1 ball and wound up scratching in the side pocket. Wow.
Tough action.
Tough action is right. And we are tied 5 apiece. This is a race to 7. So this is now a race to the hill. Were you the player? Oscar just waiting for a player on the table to the side to finish shooting their shots, giving that player an opportunity to get done. Okay, and Oscar back to work. He's looking to get to the hill first. Now has to wait for Jeremy Saucy to finish on the table in your foreground. Oscar now shooting the orange 5 ball. Pocketing it with no problem, might I add.
No trouble with it that time.
No. Split the jaws of the pocket right down the middle. And Oscar now waiting for Tony Robles to shoot.
Got almost straight in on a 7-ball, Al. He might be able to punch it over just a hair.
Yeah, he's just going to punch the cue ball over as much as he can. He's got an angle. He's got more of an angle than he actually wanted on that 8-ball. I'm looking for him to go across the other side of the table with inside English here. And he does. Pocketing the 8-ball and getting perfect on the 9.
Yeah, nice shot.
Oscar Bonilla getting to the hill first over Frankie Hernandez, folks. We are coming to you live from Raxx Pool Room in Hempstead, Long Island.
You're watching the Empire State Championship Seminole Pro Tour stop.
And what a great tournament this turned out to be. Really, really, really extreme talent in the room. Like we just mentioned, Mike Siegel will be up on the stream table next, playing Sean Whippy. They are both on the winner's side. But first, we have to get over this match, and this is really turning into a barn burner due to errors on both parts. Oscar to the hill. And again, we are breaking from the box. The players themselves voted on it.
Nobody home, Al.
A lot of noise, but nobody home. You're absolutely right. Frankie comes here to the table. Looks like he does have vision on the 1. Just draw back a couple inches from the 2. We're going to leave an angle though.
Yeah, looking forward to that match, Al.
Yeah, Mike Siegel and Sean Wilkie, yeah, absolutely. I'm sure there's a lot of viewers out there that are looking forward to that match also. Like I said, Ray, and I don't want to put the commentators' hex on them, but I'll tell you what, I'm looking forward right here to going to a Hill double cheeseburger match tied at 6.
That certainly looks possible here.
Frankie jacked up from the second story above the 10. He's got to go shooting over the 10 with no problem, but now he's got a very difficult shot on the 7-ball. It was unfortunate he got jacked up on that 10. He's going to do everything in his powers. To turn this into a hill. Frankie Hernandez weighing his options out, and he doesn't like them. not much room here to play a safety. I mean, you can leave them long.
He could punch the 7 ball around and put the cue ball up behind the 9. Now he's cutting in, looking like maybe he's going to put the 7 behind the 9 and bring the cue ball around.
Yeah, he's wound up in a difficult position here. Cutting that 7 in, I think he's not playing his odds. I think he's supposed to play the safe here. Frankie electing to cut this ball into your lower right corner of your monitor. I think he just changed his mind, didn't he, Chuck?
I saw him mouth something. Looks like he did. He's calling safety.
Yeah, he's calling safety. Smart move. Played the speed. Looking to hide the cue ball behind the 8.
Nice job.
Yeah, looks like he got a good job. But if that ball is frozen, Oscar's going to take a look at it. You might see him spin this 7 ball in. I think Oscar just told Frankie that he's playing the 7 in the corner. He did play the 7.
Al, we may be getting your wish here. Double cheeseburger coming up.
I just love it when they go hill. You know, it's always exciting to watch. I'm not going to say anything this time, Ray. He got bad on this 9 ball. Frankie's struggling to get out this rack. There you see him. He's calling the side pocket, cross side. He makes this. He winds up good on the 10 ball. Didn't make it. Fucked it in. And Frankie concedes, and Oscar Bonilla now takes that match down 7-5.
All right, Upstate Al joining your host, myself, Ray Hansen, in the booth here, and we will be back momentarily with another match. Mike Siegel and
Sean Wilkie.
Sean Wilkie coming up.
Stand by, folks. We'll be right back.
The Seminole Tribe of Florida, unconquered warriors with a formidable history. Building on its rich heritage of courageous and groundbreaking achievements, the Seminole Tribe of Florida now begins the next great chapter in the remarkable legacy of the Seminoles.